in see, under the influence of an electric field, the particles in a colloidal solution migrates towards the cathode. The coagulation of the same solids studied using the sodium chloride, sodium sulfate, and sodium phosphate solutions. Their coagulating values will be in the order. See, it is a and colloidal solution. See, during the electrolysis, that is, it is moving towards the cathode. They are moving towards the cathode. What is the meaning of the cathode? Cathode is the electrode with negative charge. Cathode is a negative charge. If the colloidal particles present in the solution are migrating towards the cathode, means they must be positively charged. So colloid is positively charged. Colloid particles have the positive charge. To coagulate it, what is required? Anion is negatively charged ion is required. Negative charge. The coagulate, all the electrolytes contain the anion. Anion is important. So in one case, Cl minus, in the other case, sulfate ion, the third case, phosphate ion is required. See, now what is required? So according to which is the coagulating values? What is the meaning of the coagulating values? Millimoles required. Smaller the charge, more millimoles are required. The greater the charge, that is, less millimoles is required. Coagulation value, millimoles required. If this is phosphate is 1 millimole is required. This is chloride is, and 3 millimoles is required. This is the coagulating value of the chloride ion is 3 times that of the phosphate ion. So higher coagulating value. Now this is sodium chloride. Coagulating value is more. Next one is the Na2PO4. Sorry, Na2SO4. Next one is the Na3PO4. According to the Sulji rules. So this is the higher coagulating power is NaCl. Here coagulating is not asking the coagulating power. Coagulating value, millimoles required to cause the cup. Millimoles of the sodium chloride is 3 times that of the millimoles of the sodium phosphate required. So this is the answer. Next in this question, electroosmosis. The electroosmosis, and during the electroosmosis of the ferric hydroxide, it is originally ferric hydroxide. It is a positively charged colloid. Colloidal particles have the positive charge, and dispersion medium has the DM has the negative charge. Dispersion medium has a negative charge, and electroosmosis is carried. You know the meaning of the electroosmosis, where the colloidal particles are stationary, the medium moves towards the particular electrode. So see, and positively charged colloid has to move towards the cathode. But at the electroosmosis, what we have to do is, that is, by taking the semi-permeable membranes, we are not allowing the colloidal particles to move. They are stationary. And dispersion medium is negatively charged. It moves towards the positively charged colloid. Sorry, positively charged electrode. that is anode. So this is the, now this cannot move because like the electroosmosis, colloidal particles are not allowed to move. Now what is the correct option? Soul particles move towards the anode. No, wrong. First one. They move. They are stationary. They are stationary. They do not move. Soul particles move towards the cathode. Wrong. And the dispersion medium. You see, dispersion medium move towards anode, negatively charged. That is negative. That is, dispersion medium is negatively charged. It moves towards the positive charge anode. This is a correct statement. This is the correct statement. The Sol particles do not move in the either direction. Yes, this is also correct in the electroosmosis. Here, C, D, both are correct options. More than one answer is correct. So in the electroosmosis, the basic principle is colloidal particles do not move towards the any electrode. They are stationary. Dispersion medium moves towards the cathode or anode depending upon the charge on the dispersion medium. Here it is negatively charged. Negatively charged. Therefore, it moves towards the positively charged electrode, that is an anode. Which of the following ionic substance will be most effective in precipitating the sulfur? Sulfur is the negatively charged colloid. The effectiveness, all will cause the that is the coagulation. But what ion is what? Which is the effective ion? That is cation. Cation is the active ion, coagulating ion. The power depends on the charge. See, the K plus. This is barium ion, Ba2 plus. And third one is the Fe3 plus. This is the Na plus. The Fe3 plus ion is charge is more. The cation which has a higher charge is the more effective in causing the coagulation or precipitation. Therefore, this is the correct option. That is C is correct. Zeta potential, which is also known as the electrokinetic potential that we discussed, is the potential required to bring about the, this is we defined zeta potential. The zeta potential is the potential that is arised due to the fixed layer, charge layer, and diffused charge layer. So that is potential required to bring about the coagulation of the colloidal salt. Wrong. Potential required to give the particles a speed of 1 centimeter per second in the salt. Wrong. The potential difference between that is fixed charge layer and diffused ionic layer having the opposite charges. So that we discussed. If this is the fixed layer with positive charge, this is the diffused layer. Due to the charge separation, charge double layer, Helmholtz charge double layer, potential difference is arised. The potential difference arised in case of the colloids due to the charge double layer formation is called as the zeta potential. That is defined as the potential energy of the colloidal solution. This is wrong. This is wrong. All are wrong. Only 3 is third answer. 3 is the correct. See, this we discussed with the, from the childhood you are studying from the lower classes you are studying. The blue color of the sky is due to that is third, scattering of the light by the dust particles. That is, according to Rayleigh's equation, that is the intensity of the scattering is inversely proportional to the fourth power of this one. Blue light has the shorter wavelength, the greater extent it is scattered, so the scattered light is reaching to the eye, therefore it shows that is blue color. Sky looks blue color. Next. This is the absorption experiment. That is, for absorption, first you see x by m is equal to, that is k into p to the power of 1 by Freundlich absorption isotherm. Logarithmically, log x by m is equal to, that is log k plus 1 by n log p. So this is the y is equal to m, this is the c plus mx. So if you draw the graph, log x by m versus log p, a straight line with the intercept of, this is log k, that is equal to 0.3010 is the given in the problem. Slope is equal to 1 by n, that is given. See, he is asking he has given that is the angle is 40, slope is 45 degrees, tan theta is 45 degrees, so that is equal to 1. degrees, that is equal, tan 45 is equal to 1. Therefore 1 by n is equal to 1, that is and n value is 1, and here the log k is equal to 0.303, anti-log of this is equal to, that is 2. So now k is equal to 2, that is n is equal to 1, and x by n is given, that is he is asking to find out the pressure is given, that is P is equal to, that is 0.5 atmospheres, that is now he is asking to find out calculate the amount of gas adsorbed per gram of the charcoal, that is he is asking to find out the x by m is equal to how much. X by m is equal to, that is k is 2, x by m is equal to k is 2 into pressure is 0.5 to the power of 1 by n is 1, this is equal to, that is x by n is 1, that is 1 gram is absorbed on gram of this one. This is the answer. This is the answer.